In this video, I will show you how you can turn this photo into this artwork. You can find all the files in the description of the video. Alright, first of all, you need to get rid of the background of these images from these lions. So if you don't know how to do that, I will link that video in the description also here up in the screen. So first of all, you have to do that first before going on with this tutorial, right? So I already did that to save some time. Now, what I want to do now is to create a new file, and the size I'm going to use is 2160 by 2700. That's two times Instagram size. Usually I go for 4000 by 5000 pixels here, but it's a bit too big, so usually my computer crashes when I record a video and make it too big. So let's do 160 by 2700. All right, now let's first make a smart object here. So when you got the background removed, just press right mouse to make a smart object and just drag it in our file. And if we press Ctrl T, we can resize this to fit this in this image. Now we need to make sure we have enough space here left to make the reflections in the water and also the big line there. He's a bit bigger than this one, so we need more space here, right? So we'll move this a bit up like that. All right, first thing I want to do here is to make sure to draw this area for the puddle with water. So for this, I'm going to use this image. I just found this on the internet, and actually it doesn't really matter what kind of image you use, but try to use something like this. So we don't have to try to draw everything. I'm just gonna use this first, right? So I have this here, and we need to make sure it fits this whole area here. Right, so first of all, let's make sure this image is black. I'm gonna press Ctrl U and bring down the lightness to make this just like that. Now, it looks a bit going up, so I want to flat this a little bit. So I'm going to press Ctrl T, hold down Shift and make it like that. So it looks a bit more real. Right, so this will be a puddle of water. We can just place it like that. All right, now we need to make sure this whole area here is filled. So what I'm going to do is press Ctrl J to duplicate this and just move this around another time. Maybe even rotate this so you don't see this pattern that's the same. You can also stretch it a bit to create some different movements in this water. So something like this is fine. And let's do another one here. Maybe stretch it out like that. This doesn't really matter how you do this. Just make sure it doesn't have the same patterns in this design, so you don't see the same things. Maybe like that. Right, so make sure you have like this black here going on. That's important. Now let's select all these layers from these puddles by holding down Shift and press Ctrl E to make it one layer. And now if I just select this and take this area and just make sure press D on your keyboard first, or switch these to black background, and select this layer and press Ctrl backspace to make this black. So now we have this black area, and this will be our water, and we can eventually move it a bit down if you want, like that. All right, here will be the reflections. I will later on try to fix it a bit better, but this is just for the basic idea. All right, don't forget to save your work if you do stuff like this. Let's create some ground here behind this line. So for this, I'm going to use this texture I got. And as you can see, it goes all the way up. We want to make sure it goes down. So what we need to do is, if we hold down Ctrl and Shift, we can stretch these corners to make it go in the right direction like that. So make this side like bigger to the left and right side, so the perspective is right. And we can also move this a bit like that. Let's even make this bigger, so we have the right perspective for this one. So something like this is fine. You can maybe even make it bigger if you want to make it look better, but don't make it too big, because if you're gonna make it too big, it's gonna ruin the quality of this ground. So this is fine. I'm gonna leave it like this. You can see here the quality is a bit worse because I did this, but it doesn't matter. We have all focus on this line and not this background. And if we press right mouse, rasterize this layer. Now let's select this area. Make sure you select the whole area that needs to be filled. Then go to, make sure you select this layer. Then go to edit, content aware fill, right? And here we can make sure to give this background a bit more from this ground. And here you can see the result. All right, so this doesn't look right. We need to make sure we brush this a bit. So when you brush stuff here, it's gonna select these areas to duplicate in the background. So let's make sure it looks right. This black spot here is a bit weird, so I'm gonna brush a bit here and eventually see on this side how it looks. So that's too dark. Let's brush a bit. Let's see. Let's leave it like this. Press OK. And this little part here, you can fix this by, let's first select these both layers, hold down shift, press Ctrl E to make it one layer. And if I select this thing here and go to content aware fill, I can make sure I get rid of that one. Right, so that's fixed and this is fine. Now let's make sure to make a smart object again from this. And we can even flatten this a bit more. I think this looks fine. Now let's make a mask here and select the gradient tool. Make sure to press D on your keyboard so you have white to black, and hold down shift and just make like this little line. And later on we will create something there in the background. This is just for now to make sure we have some ground. All right, let's work on the shadows here. I want to have lighting on this side somewhere there. So this line needs to have some shadows. Let me move this a bit down so we can see this better. Right, so let's first make a folder here and we can put this line into this folder. Now let's create a new layer and select the brush tool here and just use the soft round brush. Bring the opacity to around 20-30% and flow also, something like this, and start brushing shadows. Now for the color, I want to sample this mud here and bring this down to like almost black, somewhere in the range of this. Press OK, change the blend mode here to multiply. That way we creating more realistic shadows than just one normal color. Right, and after that just start brushing little shadows here. So we make sure to put it underneath this layer. We gonna create lighting on the left side, so we want to make sure the shadow goes to the right side, right? So this part is sticking out, so let's brush a couple times here. Obviously his body is here, so this area will be darker. So I'm just gonna make this area dark like that, and you can already see how this looks. It makes this image look a lot better with this composite. And this is actually really easy to just start brushing, especially these areas close to this line. They need to be a lot darker because he's blocking all that light there, right? So let's go a bit more there. So just something like this. This is actually already fine. Maybe a bit more here. Right, so brush a bit here. Let's also make sure here a bit. And we can make this like opacity and flow around 90%. And make this really dark here. That's where this part touches the ground. That needs to be darker. You can see here there's still some grass going on, but I'm gonna fix that later. Like this, maybe also here underneath it. And that's pretty much it for this. Now, if it's a bit too dark, you can see it looks a bit too dark. I'm just gonna drop the opacity slightly here, just a little bit to 90%. And you can eventually even brush more if you want to make this really perfect. Let's do a little bit more here, just to make sure we have enough shadows on this side. All right, I think this is fine for now. I'm gonna leave it like this. The next thing we need to do is we have shadow on this side, so we also need to make sure this side of this line is a bit darker than the left side. So first of all, select the layer of this line and then add curves. So with the curves we can make areas darker and lighter. Make sure to press this so it only affect this layer here, and take the highlights and bring them a bit down like that. And try to find a nice area where this blends nice with this background, so something in the range of this. Right, now select the brush and make sure you select the black brush because you want to remove some parts, and bring the opacity flow all the way up again. And let's just make one side lighter like that. And let's zoom in here Let's make one side of this bow light. This bow is sticking out, so let's give that some light. Maybe a bit here, like that. Just a bit of brushing here, something like this. And let's also do this, because the light is gonna hit his ear here, maybe a bit more of his face, so it doesn't get too dark. So I think this looks fine. And we can even give it a bit more contrast to bring this a bit down. And you can now just move this around to find a nice spot if it doesn't look good. But I think this looks nice for now. Now let's make sure we have also highlights. So I'm going to create a new layer and create a clipping mask. That way we are working inside this layer. Then go to edit, fill. And here you want to select 50% gray. Press OK. Change the blend mode to overlay. And now we can work on the shadows and highlights. Let's first do some shadows. So first of all, I'm going to select the burn tool, pick the highlights, and brush a bit of these areas darker. I think this is even too much. Let's drop the exposure to around 30% and give it a bit more darker areas on this side here, 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 because these areas don't have lighting. So you want to make sure these are darker. Maybe a bit here behind it, a bit here, and that's it. Right, so you can see the difference. It is a bit darker, which makes it look better. Now let's switch to midtones and drop this again. And let's also do a bit more, just to make sure we have nice darker and lighter areas. Do a bit here. Maybe a bit of his face here. Let's do behind his ear here. Let's do a bit here, here. And let's do some shadows. Let's bring this down to under 10%. Let's do this here. I think this is enough. And you can see it's a bit dark now. So what I usually do is I drop this a bit like that. Maybe around 50% is fine. Right, so let's also do the same, but for this time I'm going to create a new 50% gray layer again, like we did before. Change the blend mode overlay again. And this time I'm gonna select the dodge tool here. So with the dodge tool, we can make areas lighter instead of darker, right? So let's move this a bit there. Usually I just select midtones, and to check the range of this, I just do like this and see, all right, that looks fine. If it's too light, I just change the exposure here to less. If it's too dark, I will make it more. Let's also lighten up this eye here. Let's increase this like that. And let's also do this eye here. I think this is fine, like that. Right, so we can see his eyes better. Now let's do a bit here, maybe his ear here. Just a bit highlights here on this side. Just brush a bit and don't do too much, so you don't ruin the image. If something gets too white, you cannot recover it anymore. So make sure you still see the details. So this could be even less. Like that. Maybe a bit here. Maybe a bit here. I think this is fine, and you can see the difference. We get some nice highlights on the left side. Let's work on this background here so it doesn't look empty. I found this image that I have, and I will have all these images in the description of the video. And you can see how easy this blends with this image, because the colors are almost the same and the tone is almost the same of everything. So just place it like this. Just only thing we need to change here is, you can see here the lighting is coming from that side. So what I'm going to do is go to edit, transform, and flip this horizontal. So we have the lighting on there, because we made shadows on this side, and this looks a lot better already. Right, so this is really easy to do, and we can even make it a bit lighter. So I'm gonna create the curves on top of this background. Press this, and let's give it a bit more highlights. Let's move this a bit like that, and that's it. And this will be our background, maybe a bit less, something like this. You can also try another background if you want. This really doesn't matter, but I'm going to use this one. let's give this background some mist like there, so we don't lose the focus from this line. So first of all, make a new layer on top of these layers here and select the brush, pick the color first and sample some color from this mist here or dust, whatever that it is, and make it a bit lighter like this. Bring the opacity all the way down to around 10% and also the flow. And now just make sure you have the soft round brush here. And now just brush a bit like that. And you can see here we get a bit more mist in the background and we have more focus on this line here. So just brush a bit here and this will also blend this image better with the original foreground that we have here. Right, so you can see the difference here. We get a bit more mist there. I think this makes the image blend better together. Something like this. This is fine. Right, so before and after we get more misty background.